All right, and we're live. Hi, chimpanzee. Ooh, 700 subscribers. That's weird. Usually I never get comments before I start stream. Then again, I was fiddling with the before I go live. But I was messing with the screen projection thing because it's acting weird. But yeah, I guess we'll get to animating. It's been a while. I guess now we're at 700. Thanks to chimpanzee. That's pretty good. But I'm just gonna be animating a short video. 2 short videos possibly. We'll see. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be animating. If you've ever seen that one Battlefront 2 video by it's a Badger or something. Oh my god, I always forget the name. But I'm gonna be animating the Death Trooper part because I got a Death Trooper action figure that I wanted to put in a video, and also a Tusken Raider action figure. But I'm actually waiting because I asked a channel if I could animate. They're a comedy channel and they did a video with Tusken Raiders, so I asked if I could animate that video. And I'm not going to start on it till I get a reply, like a confirmation saying I can, or if I can't, we'll see. If not, I'll just animate some like a test animation or something. Alrighty, so first frame. Well, wait, let's look at the video. Sorry, guys, I'm just making sure I'm looking at it right. Okay, so yeah, it just starts like that. I think we're gonna go like that. Yeah, that'll be easier. Okay, so first frame. Actually, we'll be a little lower. So now we'll add the audio. Oh wait, we're not gonna be able to play the music. I remember how this works. So we're gonna exit out of the Japanese funk. I can play it on my phone, probably. But yeah, but I don't think I've streamed for a while. Because I finished the 501st video like a while ago. I don't even think I finished it on stream. Sorry if it's a bit quiet. I'm away from the computer. And then I was on vacation for a week. So I don't know. Well, that's good. The channel that I asked just hearted the comment. And yeah, now we have 700 thanks to Chimpanzee. All right, I'm just going to put on the jazz in the background. Won't be the best audio because it's not. This isn't a great phone. It's a cheap phone.
What if somebody ordered pizza with their money?
You guys might not even be able to hear it. Oh, it's louder than I thought it would be. Dang. You're almost at 400? That's great. All right, so what frame rate should we do this at? We'll do 12 for now. I mean 15. Yeah, thanks. All thanks to my man Chimpanzee. His other account. Oh wait, we're gonna take out that frame. Okay, maybe we got to make it a little more smooth. No, that's not right. That doesn't look right. I'm gonna look back at the video just to see how the animation's done, because this is a Kenner action figure from The Empire Strikes Back. This is my dad's. So this is kind of an old minifigure. I mean, not minifigure, just action figure. But his joints are stiff enough, so I'm using him because I don't have any other Hoff action figures. Oh, what's up, TXZ? I'm just gonna look at the animation again, see how it goes.
Put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
Okay. So I think maybe we'll have him raise it, just because I think I'll like that better than having him just start out wiggling his arm at the guy. Oh, wait, no, this is the wrong thing. That is for a different video. I don't want you guys to hear it because it has spoilers. Yeah, there it is. I should label these, but I forget sometimes, you know. But if I just look at how long they are, I'll know which one's which. The OG Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's worth 12,000. Dang. Star Wars minifigures are getting up there nowadays. Thanks, Ben. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all, guys. You know what? I think I'm going to switch to 12 for this guy just because he has so little articulation. Or at least, smooth it out more. Because I'm trying to get practice back in the animating because I didn't animate for like a week, which isn't that long of a time, but it can hurt you if you're. Because what's it called? Starts this Friday. Yeah, I think I need to. Maybe just have a little bit of anticipation, you know? This guy's hard to animate. He's he's older than like everybody in chat, probably. This action figure. I think for this guy, we might just lean into the fact that it's going to be a little choppy. Oh, did I move the camera? Darn it. I moved the camera. Oh, but I think I got it back. One of these frames is kind of choppy. Get rid of that first frame because he moves. So 15. Actually, I don't like the anticipation frames that much. Yeah, the BFD contest. That's what I'm doing. Because I did it last year, so and I thought I was gonna miss it because I thought it was a little earlier. Okay, I'm fine with this. Actually, according to the sound effect, it should be moving more. It annoys me because he's not doing the little movement. Because you can hear it. You can hear like the arm waggling. It looks good, but we're not using it. I know like it seems dumb to keep deleting the video, but I don't know. You know, sometimes because yeah, I want to use this arm. Okay, that might work. Oh, what's up? What's up, G Money? What's up, Galaxy Quartz? It's not. Maybe I have to do 12 frames because this is annoying me. Or maybe I need to practice it because the Lego guy, it should be easier to do. Because I could also move his wrist. Also, this guy's arms are very loose. They haven't given out, which is the thing that surprises me. Maybe I should just make it more simplistic. Yeah, just move his arm a bit. Yeah, I was just overcomplicating it, you know. His arm moved too much, though. Remember, guys, sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things. I'm like attempted to animate this like 4 times. Sometimes things are just simple. I do think you should move a little more than that. I know might be overcomplicating it and ruining it, but he's very static. I am now, but in like the first couple of minutes of the stream, I was taking forever.
you
Alrighty.
someone ought to put you in 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 a 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 mental
I'm gonna have his arm move up a bit more.
someone ought to put you in a mental someone ought to put you in a mental someone ought to put you in a mental
I'd recommend just looking at like
ought to put you in a mental
you just gotta practice it, man. Like it. The problem is if you don't have much free time, it's definitely hard to get into. Watch a video on the principles of animation. There's a really good one everybody watches. Sorry, I'm getting water. And yeah, you just got to keep practicing. But yeah, it's tricky. It's definitely it's tricky.
someone ought to put you in a mental
And if you have like big sausage fingers, it's definitely more difficult.
someone ought to put you in a mental hospital
Can do a TMNT stop motion. I don't have any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I could not.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
That's not a terrible idea. I mean, I was never that into them as a kid, but I can get why people like them. I thought some of the action figures looked cool as a kid, but I didn't watch the show, so I never bought any.
Put you in a mental hospital.
I like the big turtle that looks like an alligator snapping turtle. I forget what his name was. Oh, does anybody have the new Republic gun tank set with the purple clone troopers, the 187th Legion?
Someone ought to put you in a
Anybody
mental
lucky
hospital.
enough to get it? Because it is nowhere. Everywhere I've looked, it's just nowhere. My dad was in Indianapolis, looked there for me. They weren't there. We were in Georgia and Tennessee on a trip. We looked at both. They weren't there. And where I live, they're not anywhere. So I just can't find them anywhere. And on Target's website, they're just listed as out of stock. Not even on like the ones near here, which they just aren't. They're nowhere to be found on the website. Like if you look them up, they won't come up. But for when I looked on just the Target website, it said they're just sold out. Like they're not in stock and you can't pre-order them.
Someone ought to put
Anybody
you in a
lucky enough to
mental
find them? Because I want those things bad. One day I'll get them, but I'm not gonna pay $80. I think they just Lego didn't make enough. Yeah, it's a Target exclusive. We looked at a Target in Tennessee, Georgia, and Indianapolis, as well as the ones here. I didn't find anything. I don't know. Maybe one day it'll probably just show up. I think the problem is Lego just didn't make enough. They will restock it. I think even the 501st Battle Pack, which became very common at first, was like this. If I remember. It's just Lego doesn't really realize how valuable clones are. How much we love them. And that people will buy like 10 of the same set, even if Mace Windu's in it. I just want one. I want to make like that stupid when everybody called them lean troopers, I've taken that joke so far that I need to make a video about it. My dad refers to them as lean troopers. And he like it's not like he doesn't know what it is. He knows what it is, but he still refers to them as lean troopers.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Because I thought it'd be funny to make a video where it's like, you know how the Republic Commandos have like back to heal themselves? This Legion just has lean. Like, you know, they're in the trenches, firing at some droids. Some of them are dying, and then one of them chugs some lean, and just like, you know that scene in the old Clone Wars cartoon, the 2D one, where Captain Fordo just destroys a bunch of droids? I just want to do that. Yeah, I just like the fact that it's like a non-canon design. I love that. I know some people don't like that, but I love that. And not gonna lie, they kind of that Legion always looked cool. I'm sorry, like I always thought they were so cool looking when I saw the action figures of them. They looked freaking like just so cool. And the Airborne Trooper is sick. All right, we got it. I think we'll end it here. And now we animate. Yeah, pure Republic lean. I like the idea of just like, and you can have young lean playing or something stupid like that as it happens. Like I love the design. I love the fact that it's not canon, just because the fact that Lego would. I remember when everybody heard about it, nobody thought it was real because it just sounded ridiculous. So they would make that. It sounded too good to be true. Then it actually came out. And then people complained like, oh, I don't want to send them something that's not canon. It's like, who cares, dude? Like, how can you complain about getting purple clones? They're so cool looking, dude. I really don't get how like people complain about it. I get why they complain about the build, because the build is the build's not the greatest. I wish the tank. I also wish the tank was purple. That definitely would not have made sense, but I wish it was purple. I might need some tape. I'm gonna go get that, but I'll be right back. All right. Oh, hey, Harold. Oh, wait. I'm out of this tape. Oh, wait, no, wait. I might not be out. Give me 1 second. Where'd I put that tape? I know I had, like, pretty sure I put it in here. Right here. All right, here it is. I got the tape. I love tape. Tape's the greatest thing ever. Oh, wait, I need to go get one more thing. Sorry, guys. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you guys might see this on stream, but I got my first like thing from Firestar Toys, my first custom like I've had like knockoff like brick arms type guns, but I never counted that because those were knockoff Legos that just came with it. I didn't specifically purchase those because I purchased like a bunch of knockoff Legos when I was really young and didn't really care about the quality of plastic or the printing, which now I might use to drill holes in when I need like blood effects for videos. There he is. There's a Death Trooper. His Suicide. It's just been hectic because first there was a Bad Batch video which took way longer than I thought it would. That was my bad. And then I was helping my parents fix up some property, so that took a lot of time off. So I couldn't animate much of it, and I had a summer course as well. So I mean, I'm filming the action scene right now, and I just got some stuff. The brick arm stuff the gun stuff from Firestar Toys is for that video. Well, I think maybe not, but I'm pretty sure I'll use it. Maybe not, depending on just how the filming goes. I'll decide whether I want to use them or not. I do, but I've already filmed a lot with different guns because they were out of stock until now. But it's a bit. I'm not sure. We're getting kind of close, but we still have a lot. I still have a decent. I'd say I have over a minute to film, which is a lot. Kite Man surviving. You never know. You never know. I don't want to spoil who survives in this one. I think one of them's pretty obvious, just because like they're kind of boring. Kind of obvious who dies. Considering a lot of them are either from the John Ostrander run or are at least characters I enjoy, like Kite Man. But one isn't, and one I don't really care about. I just kind of put them in because I'm like, all right. Because I didn't want to kill somebody off super cool, you know?
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
All right, we'll see how the... We could change the background a bit just to make it different. Alrighty, we'll change the background up and we'll get that light out of there. Okay. and then we're gonna look at the video.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
Does he point first? What does he do? I'm gonna rewatch that again. Sorry, guys. I'm just.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
Oh, I may need to. You know what? We're gonna make him a little bit closer so he's away from the backdrop, and also I need to tape him down better because he's kind of lanky, so he balances mediocrely. He can stand, but it could be better, you know. Telly button? I don't know what that is. The John Ostrander 80s run? Yeah, that's really great. His Suicide Squad run is just, it's so good. There has not been a better Suicide Squad run since. There just hasn't. The only thing on par is when he came back and did a like 8-issue miniseries. That's the best thing. A lot of people really like, was it Bad Blood? I don't remember what it was. That one's okay. It's not a bad storyline. I just don't like it as a Suicide Squad story. It feels like it's trying to set up for another comic, which it literally is by the end. It's going to be a new film on my channel. Oh, okay. Okay, and yeah, that's interesting. Telebutton. Okay, almost done at the beginning. That's cool.
Put you in a mental hospital.
And then we're just gonna look at the video again. But yeah, the 80s run it's just so good.
Someone ought to put you
One thing is, okay, you'll need to figure this out when to read it. I think it'll tell you in the issues. But you need to read, if you're reading the 80s Suicide Squad run, there is a 4-issue Deadshot miniseries. You need to read that. Just trust me, read it. It makes it, there's a thing with Deadshot that happens later in the series where that series makes it so much better. It gives you context, which makes the scene really cool. And it's also just a great series. Deadshot, that series made me like Deadshot way more than like Deathstroke. Because Deathstroke's more powerful, but Deadshot's a way better character, at least to me, after reading that series.
in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
And he doesn't, Deadshot, the Deadshot we see in the movies and stuff isn't very good. That's like modern Deadshot that happened with the New 52. I don't like that Deadshot as much. The pre-New 52 Deadshot was great. I didn't like what they did with him in the New 52. It's just a more boring version of him. They try to make him too likable, and it's like he's a dude who kills people. He's not gonna be that likable. Actually, you should read that too. That is also the Doom Patrol crossover is fantastic. I love it. No, it's I think it definitely had an influence on the movie, I would say. You can that's one where you can actually see a very direct influence on the movie. Because the movie it's not really a specific story, like based off a specific story. The new movie that came out, it just kind of like it just pulls a lot of influence in the comics while adding like kind of a silly comedic tone, which the comics did have a bit with Captain Boomerang. But I'll be honest, I personally think there should be a Suicide Squad series at some point. I would wish it would be animated, but I doubt that would ever happen. Because I think that comic just serves a TV show would be way better because you have all the missions and stuff and really build up the characters in a natural way. And having a cast of characters for a TV show where you don't even know who's going to be dead by the end of the season would be pretty great. Also, when you're done reading Suicide Squad, I'd recommend also reading Secret Six. That's great. Secret Six it's not a Suicide Squad comic, but it's like the next best thing. If you're looking for a really good, I consider it like a sequel to the Suicide Squad. It isn't really. It does have some connections to it later on, but I'd also would like a Secret Six show. I would love if it was a Suicide Squad show that eventually became a Secret Six show. Like that's where it evolved in the future seasons. Just to change it up in between seasons, you know? Because that was also definitely an influence for some of the stuff in the new movie. And even in the Harley Quinn show, you can see some influence from the Secret Six show. I mean, Secret Six comics. She was a member very briefly, though. But King Shark, who was a member of Harley Quinn's team, and also, a member of the Suicide Squad, but not for that long until the New 52. He was only a member in one comic where he was killed off, but not really. His death wasn't it was pretty possible he could have survived, and he did. Which I'm happy because King Shark was also really fun in the Secret Six run. He was barely in it. He shows up in at the end of the run, but he's good when he shows up. If you like Bane, the Secret Six run also has a really good version of Bane. We're going to take out a couple frames. You forget, this guy's arm articulation isn't that great. I think we're just going to start the frames out again. Because, I really like stories about supervillains. The one thing I don't like about a lot of the movie adaptations, even the new one, which I do really enjoy, is they're more like anti-heroes at this point than supervillains. Which I guess in the Suicide Squad run and the Secret Six run, they kind of still do fit that. But they also do some pretty terrible stuff. Some of the characters do some really just terrible things, which makes sense. But a lot of the newer movies don't do that because they think that'll turn the audience off. You can have likable characters, but I think it's important that you also have characters that are just horrible. It is a group of supervillains, And also the Peacemaker show is great. I love that show. Even though it humanizes the character who is the most evil out of all the members in the original team. I don't mind it at all, just because the character works so good. It's a really good show. I would just like something that shows supervillains as being, as evil. Just evil, horrible people. They're just normal criminals. A lot of them are just normal criminals with superpowers, Not all of them, but some of them are pretty terrible. Yeah, I would love a mafia type movie. Like a movie where it's just focused on supervillains. They're not working for the government or anything. They're doing their own thing. They're doing a heist. They're not trying to take over the world or anything crazy. They're just doing a simple heist. And things go really bad or something. I don't know what the plot would be, but just letting the supervillains do their thing. There can be a superhero involved, but barely focus on them. Like, you know, Batman in it, but don't make Batman a main character. Honestly, make him terrifying. Just have him be like this shadowy figure they all fear. It like shows up kind of like Darth Vader at the end of Rogue One, at the end of the movie. Like something crazy like that. I would love it. Okay. Oh, I moved the gun. Yeah, I did. You know what? I don't like that gun. That gun's annoying me. Once again, I'm in that same phase of just starting and doing it again. Watch Dark Knight. No, that's not what I mean. That movie does focus a lot on Joker, and he does do kind of what I'm talking about. That is a good movie. I do enjoy that one. But Batman is the main character in that, even though you do see a lot of Joker. I want something where like you see maybe 10 minutes of Batman tops. Like, not much of Batman. It's a movie where the main characters and the thing we focus on the most is just the supervillains. And I don't know if I want them to be. I would prefer if they were kind of like not super powerful ones, you know, like maybe some D-listers. They can be popular supervillains, I guess. That's fine. But just in terms of power ranking, I just want them to like rob a bank or something and things go really bad. But The Dark Knight is a very good movie. I haven't watched it in a while. I did watch what's it called? What is it called? Dang, I always forget. What is the third one called? Is it The Dark Knight Rises? I don't know. Yeah, if that's it, that's it. The one with Bane. It had really bad humor. Like, I was really surprised by that. I wasn't expecting that going into it. They told jokes like way more than I thought they would, and the jokes weren't funny. Because I remember in The Dark Knight there were some jokes, and I remember they were good enough. There wasn't any joke that made me like roll my eyes or anything. But in this movie, there was a lot. Like, I was genuinely surprised, and I hated the twist. It made Bane way less interesting and way less threatening. I did not like the twist in that movie. I get why they did it, but I don't think it was needed. I really don't. It felt like really shoehorned in, honestly. I don't know, because the problem with Bane is once you've already done one adaptation of the Nightfall storyline, you know what happens. He's a character where he's peaked. That Nightfall storyline, he peaked. So, like, where does he go from there? So once it's adapted once, it's really hard to do a different story with him. I do like Bane. I wouldn't mind it, but I'd hope they you're skiing right now? Oh, that's cool. Oh, what's up, Bagsack? I would like maybe like I'm kind of excited. A lot of people are saying Mr. Freeze could appear in the next Battison movie. But I mean, sorry, not but that sounds great. I really would like to see Mr. Freeze, considering because I actually like Bane's performance was really great. Tom Hardy's performance was really, really good. I just didn't like the twist. I thought it made the character not as cool. Downplayed him a bit. Yeah, like something. It can even be dumb supervillains. I don't care. But have you ever seen? If you've seen the film Reservoir Dogs, I honestly would love a film like that, but with D-list supervillains. You know, where it's just a heist that goes, everything just goes bad. Like it just everything goes horribly wrong, and it's just them recovering from it. I would love like a Reservoir Dogs type movie, both loser supervillains. It can be Marvel or DC. I don't care. It doesn't have to be rated R. I prefer it personally, but you can make it PG-13. Sorry, just getting some water. You can even, if you want to make it a kids movie, that's fine. Even though we've gotten like Despicable Me and Megamind, I don't want the villains being redeemed. I want them to either die or stay a supervillain. Those are the two options. Yeah, Batman and Robin is not very. I mean, it's funny. I do I do get a good laugh out of it. I will admit, but it is not a good movie. Is that's the one that has not Riddler. That's Batman Forever, right? Batman and Robin has Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and Bane, and like none of the adaptations of the villains are any good. I need more tape. This guy's not. His tiny little skinny dangly legs are just. He's so lanky. He's a very lanky boy. It's so bad. I don't want to say it. It's stupid, but I kind of it's fun in a way. But at the same, it's just hard to describe. It would have been really cool to see the Tim Burton movie with Scarecrow as the villain, because apparently that was in development at one point, and that honestly sounds really interesting. Actually, that's one villain I would love to see in the Pattinson movies. I would love to see Scarecrow, because I think they could do some really cool stuff with the cinematography. Because I think he was pretty wasted in the Dark Knight trilogy. The illusions weren't that interesting. It's just, oh, Batman's a spooky demon with black goo coming out of his mouth. It's like, whatever. That's honestly not that cool. I was pretty disappointed by that. His design was okay, except it was just a guy in a suit with a scarecrow mask. I wanted to go all out, just dressed like a scarecrow head to toe. I did not mind the actor, actually, at all. I think that actor could have been a very good scarecrow if they had just made Scarecrow a more interesting like character, giving him more to do. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't great, you know? It was cool when he reappeared in the last movie. I thought that was a cool nod. But he wasn't even wearing a scarecrow mask. Like I was kind of like, okay. Yeah, I also would like to see Mr. Freeze. I wouldn't mind Man Bat either. There's honestly a lot of villains I would not mind seeing in the Pattinson universe. Yeah, I would love to see either Man Bat. Killer Croc would also be really neat to see. I doubt we'll see him though, just because he was in Suicide Squad. I did not like that version of him, but I think they'll be like, oh, we got him a couple years ago. We'll do somebody else, which is fine if they do like Mr. Freeze or somebody unique. I really hope the Joker isn't like a big part in each movie, because I didn't mind him being in there a little bit. I don't mind that at all. In the last movie, he can even be like a big villain at the end. If they build up to him, that I wouldn't mind that, because we haven't really had a Batman and Joker who have known each other for a decent amount of time, and in this universe, it's established they've met before. You know, and Batman put him in jail already, so they can actually build that up. like the kind of the relationship they have in the comics, the dynamic of them always fighting, and that they're arch enemies. They can really build that up for like the third movie or something. But I want there to be other villains who get the spotlight. You know, I would like actually seeing Mr. Freeze. And I think he could have a really cool design in this universe. Yeah. Because look, I like the Joker, but honestly, sometimes you get a little chokered out. I wouldn't mind if he's the big villain if they build up to him correctly. But I don't just want him to be like in the second movie, like it's a Joker movie now. I would prefer if maybe he's hired by somebody in one of the Pattinson movies to do something. And it turns out like later, once the plans kind of, it's hard to describe, kind of like a similar role if you've ever seen Batman Mask of the Phantasm that Joker had in that. I really liked his role in that movie, where there was other characters that got their time to shine. But in the last act, you really got to see that was the Joker's part, where he got to just be crazy. I think that movie put him in without him like just being there, being the main villain the whole time. There are other villains, and it worked really well. I know they're doing an Arkham show, so maybe we'll get that build up through that show. An Arkham Asylum. I haven't played the Arkham games, honestly. One day I will. It's just I'm not that into video games, and they take a lot of time. I do play them. I'm not saying like I play them decently often. Just maybe at most for 2 hours I can play a video game. But one day I will. It's just maybe when I'm a little less busy. That might not be anytime soon, but one day. Maybe next summer or something, because summer is about to end, so I don't want to start a video game franchise. Because I did that with Doom, the 2016 reboot.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone. Someone.
It's a little too smooth for my taste. We're just gonna make it. It's gonna go crazy.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone.
It's not crazy enough. I don't like it. I know it's. That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, I remember the Black Mask thing. I remember some people didn't like it. I'll have to play it. I'd have to see it myself because it sounded kind of interesting, but also a little weird. I have to play the games myself to see what I think about it. But maybe something like that. But one thing I did really like about the first Pattinson movie, the Batman, is it balanced out having 3 villains really well. Well, it had 4 actually in total. Just having like Gotham felt like a decently sized place with all these villains. So I'm hoping they can keep doing that. They can keep balancing them out because you had Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman, and Joker all in the same movie, and it felt really natural. For me, it never felt shoehorned in. Some people might have said the Joker scene felt shoehorned in, but not really. What, the first Pattinson movie? Is it your least favorite Batman movie, or? I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It is my favorite Batman movie personally, but I can get if you like. I think The Dark Knight is probably a better movie, but as like an actual Batman, like it's hard to describe. There's a movie about Batman, I think, like that captures the character's essence more. Yeah, the Batman is your favorite too. Yeah, it might not be the best. I think The Dark Knight is probably the best. Like from just like an actual movie standpoint. Yeah, objectively, it is just the best movie. But as like a movie that just understands Batman as a character, I think the Batman is better in that standard. Because I don't know, what did Christian Bale really? Not Christian Bale because he's the actor. I think he did a good job. I didn't like the raspy voice, but I don't know if he was directed to do that or what. It's just whatever. I don't remember really what his character arc in that movie was, other than just Rachel dying and him making the choice to like go after. I can kind of see what they were doing, but I like the arc in this movie way more. They're not hockey bats. Yeah. And okay, one of the lines I hated in the third one, The Dark Knight Rises, was the "they know, they just don't care" line. You know that part where like Catwoman's surrounded by goons and Batman reveals himself just to say that stupid line. I'm like, why would he do that? Why not just take them out? Like, use the element of surprise. Why does he say that before jumping in? I always was so annoyed with that part. That's so sad. He had a Popeye biscuit with no drink. I mean, it kind of sounds like that. I haven't had Popeyes. I need to have it one day. I always, because they're just not. There are some in our town, but they're kind of far away from where I live. You know, and the closest one, the further away ones are like they're just 30 minutes away, and there's one that is kind of close by. The place where it's close by, it's kind of it's just it's not the nicest part of town. It's a bit. The whole place is kind of sketchy, so I try to spend as less like the least amount of time there as possible. The other ones are in nicer parts of town, but they're 30 minutes away. But one day I will go to a Popeyes. Because, like, sometimes I'm in the 30-minute parts of town. I never get around to it. Or maybe I'll go to the sketchy one. If I die, I'll die eating Popeyes or something. That'll be pretty cool. Batman Begins is your favorite? I like The Dark Knight the most. The Dark Knight the most. My least favorite is definitely the third one. It's not that bad. People like hate on it. There's just some stuff I really didn't like, but overall the movie was still good. But people act like it's the worst thing ever. It's still better than like a decent amount of superhero movies, I would say. It's just, I think the standards were set so high by the last one that it was like, it had to be, it's pretty hard to live up to that.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone.
No, it's got to be more jumpy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not doing well. I'm not animating right. Corpse sinking. Sometimes corpses gotta sink. And also I can change the focus. I'm just talking too much. I need to focus on anime. Talking too much about Batman. When I should be talking about Andor. Are you guys excited for Andor? I kind of am. The fact that there was just an AK-47 in the trailer kind of concerns me for the quality of the show. What's better? I think the Justice League film, I think, is worse. The Zack Snyder version, like the Snyder Cut, I actually do like. I was surprised. It's still way too long. It needs to be cut. It could definitely, if they released another version of that movie that was shorter, I actually think it'd be pretty solid. I might actually watch it multiple times. The Snyder Cut is just too long to watch again, but it's actually pretty good. I think Justice League is a worse movie, but I was kind of expecting it to be bad, so it wasn't as big of a deal. Batman v Superman, I was actually excited for. So the fact that it was horrible was like astronomically worse, at least to me. But I think overall, Justice League is worse of a movie, just because of some of the issues from the reshoots, like what it does to the continuity of the film. And especially after seeing the Snyder Cut, it's like it makes the film seem just even worse. Which I find really funny. Which one, the Snyder Cut or the original? Because, yeah, the Snyder Cut is really slow. That's the problem. It's like, I think the first two acts, honestly, are really slow. There's good parts in there, but a lot of it is just, it's kind of a slog to get through. But near the end, it honestly is pretty good, in my opinion. But I think I remember being much more, like, disappointed in Batman v Superman. The only part that I remember being cool is when Batman smacks Superman over the head with a sink. Because that's just kind of funny to me. The fact that, like, that's out of all the things in the building, there was just a sink. Which I found very funny. The fact that there's just a sink there for some reason. There's okay parts, but there's just so much wrong with the movie. Like, the scene where Batman kills all those guys is technically a cool action scene. Like, it is. It's actually a cool action scene. Like, the choreography and everything is actually cool. But seeing Batman just murder people is just, it's absurd. Yeah, there's cool action in there, definitely. I there's just a lot. When Doomsday showed up, it was so the movie. It's just like they tried to do so many stories at once. Like, we're gonna do the Dark Knight, and the Dark Knight. We're gonna do both parts. You know, we're gonna do the part where Batman is old, and then we're gonna do the part where Superman and Batman fight. But then we're gonna do Doomsday. So then we got to do the Death of Superman, but also we got to put Wonder Woman in it. It was just so much. I don't know why they decided to put, like, it's honestly hilarious how much stuff is in the movie. To be fair, I think I saw it literally. I've only seen it in full the first time I watched it in theaters. I've seen bits and pieces since then. But yeah, I also Man of Steel's god awful. Like, well, it's not as bad as the other ones, but I don't like it. To me it just seems like a movie made by somebody who doesn't like Superman. Which is like what a lot of people say Superman's a boring character, but I don't think that's true. After watching the Superman animated series, I really don't think he's a boring character. And I used to think that too, but not anymore after seeing that animated series and reading a couple comics here and there. I just think he has terrible representation. I think there's a guy made a whole video on it. But yeah, my brother didn't like Superman either, but he started watching the animated series with me, and now he likes Superman now. Like, it's just he's kind of hard to do right. Is the thing. I moved the backdrop. Oh well.
Someone.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone.
Yeah, a lot of people complain that he's OP. I don't really think that's the flaw with the character. All the like Flash is so OP. Oh my, like Flash is ridiculous. I think even though Batman doesn't have powers, everybody's just like, he's Batman. He always wins. He's always prepared for everything, every situation ever. He's always prepared, which makes him a really boring character in a lot of stories. It's like Batman actually had a mech prepared for this fight. It's like, okay, it just gets annoying. I really don't think Superman's that overpowered when you really think about a lot of the other Justice League members. He still is. But I never really understood that, especially with Flash. Flash is so overpowered. How does Captain Cold or Captain Boomerang even fight Flash? That's so stupid. There's like, because Captain Cold freezes the floor and Flash like slips. Is that it? Like, he's so fast. It's like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's just Superman just gets so much bad exposure because everybody's like, oh, he's just an overpowered, boring character. He's perfect. And it's like, not like kind of, but that's almost like a flaw. That's one thing I like about Superman is he's such a Boy Scout that it's almost like it's actually a problem. In some stories, like I remember in All-Star Superman, instead of spending like his last moment, because in that story basically he dies by the end of it, which it's not, I mean, it is a spoiler, but literally if you like read the first issue, you'll figure that out. Oh, hey, in a Flash films. But basically, the last moments he could have spent with Lois, he chooses to spend it with somebody who is contemplating suicide and telling them, like, you know, helping, supporting them and like trying to save them. That's like his flaw, is he always puts other people first to the point where it's like it's detrimental, which Spider-Man also does too. But I think Superman has just a lot of potential. But a lot of people don't see it because they just think overpowered character or he's boring. He doesn't have a personality, which isn't true. Like I just feel bad for Superman, and give him the undies. Give him the undies. For the love of God, stop taking them away. Every costume tries to take away the undies nowadays. He needs them. It's just too much blue without the undies. It literally is. He needs the trunks on the outside of his pants. Making the belt red doesn't, and taking away the undies, it just doesn't look right. It's too much blue. It needs to be broken up. He also, it looks awkward without the undies. Not gonna lie. Batman can kind of pull it off depending on the costume design.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone.
But it's just give Superman his undies. He needs his undies. I think that's very important. You're gonna go? Bye. Yeah, Superman, it sounds stupid, but I get so annoyed by it because I know people make fun of it, but I mean he's a big idiot dressed up in all blue with a red cape. Why can't he have underwear outside his pants? He taking away the underwear doesn't make him look not silly. He will look silly no matter what. That is just who Superman is. He's kind of silly, but he knows it. He's kind of a goofball. Yeah, if DC came to me and was like, "We're gonna make do you want to make a Superman movie?" And then they told me I couldn't have him wear undies outside his pants, I would say no. At that point, I would give up because I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do the Superman story I want to tell if they won't let me put on the undies.
Someone.
I'm gonna look at the video again.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
I think the undies are very important, and I just it's very important. Yeah, that's the thing about Superman is a lot of people in Kill Bill. There's a monologue about how Clark Kent is the critique, Superman's critique on humanity, and it's that's not true. That was said in that one video. There's a really good video on why Superman's cool. I'd recommend it. Watch the I forget what the guy's name is, but it really explains it, and it's just great. There's also a really good episode of Justice League Unlimited, which is based off of what's it called? A comic written by Alan Moore about Superman. And Alan Moore usually writes really depressing stuff, and this Superman story is depressing, but it still understands who Superman is. You can tell that Alan Moore actually likes Superman. He's not like Zack Snyder, who's like, I hate Superman. I hate his stupid red undies. I'm going to take him away. Alan Moore kept the red undies. That's how you know they're important, when even Alan Moore keeps them. I mean, but there's just Man of Steel other than the Christopher Reeves one. And, I guess, man, it's not that bad of a movie. It's just, it's not a very good Superman movie. I think the movie overall is just kind of mediocre. And, one thing, this is a small thing, but in the Superman cartoon, there's a detail that Superman does that I really like. There's a scene where a villain busts into Lex Luthor's office. I forget who it was. It might have been Metallo or something. I don't remember. But Lex Luthor has a pet shark because he's evil. All evil people have pet sharks for some reason, especially when they're rich. I don't know why. They just do. But in the process, at one point, the glass gets broken in the top of the cage. So the whole tank doesn't flood out. The shark does escape and it tries to eat Lex Luthor. Superman picks it up. You know what he does? He puts the shark back in the water. He lets the shark live. He doesn't just throw it to oblivion. Like half the time, whenever there's like a big animal that tries to eat people, the superhero just like kills it or makes it fall off a cliff or something. Yeah, like I love Superman. He's great. And the red undies are important. I will die on that hill. I will literally defend that for my life. That Superman needs his red undies. To me, they're very important.
Someone should.
Just like he needs a stupid swirl in his hair. I don't care if people don't like it and they think it's dumb looking. I want the swirl. I will admit,
Someone should.
it is kind of stupid that Superman doesn't need to wear a mask and nobody ever puts together that he's Clark Kent. I don't really care about that. I'm willing to forgive it. I can understand people making fun of that, but there's so many, like, Batman, I feel like people would be able to figure out he's Bruce Wayne very quickly. It would not be that hard. I really don't think it would be very difficult. So I don't really mind the Superman thing. I know they kind of explained it or something in a comic in like the 1960s, and it was a really stupid explanation, and I don't really care. I just suspend disbelief, and I'm like, yeah, nobody will notice. Or maybe everybody just plays along. Everybody knows he's Clark Kent is Superman, but they don't want Superman to kill them, because he could literally just flick them and they would die. So that's my headcanon. That like just nobody actually brings it up.
Someone should.
Just nobody tells Superman they know who he is because they think Superman would kill them, which I believe that. Yeah, Doctor. Well, like it was just a thing that like it was like a James Bond thing that just like every villain just had a pet shark. Actually, when I was in Georgia, I went to the Georgia Aquarium, and I saw the shark exhibit there. It's really cool. So they have, I think 5 or 6 sharks. They have sand tigers, great hammerheads, silver tips, silkies, a silky shark. That's what they are. And they have tiger sharks as well. They also have whale sharks, but those are in another enclosure. But this enclosure is just sharks with a school of fish. I forget what they're called.
Someone should.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
Sorry, I'm just looking at it again. Yeah, that's cool, man. Sometimes when you're working, you're working. Yeah, the sharks. I like it when my supervillains have sharks in their tank for no reason. What if they had like dolphins? I would appreciate that. If there was like a guy who just had dolphins instead. Because dolphins can be pretty messed up too. Nobody talks about it. Dolphins can be horrible. That'd be really funny if he had evil dolphins. Not sharks, just evil dolphins that he trained to be evil.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should.
Actually, let's see what this looks like at 12 frames per second.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
Kind of like that. I don't know. What do you guys
Someone
think?
ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
I'm gonna have to delete these couple of frames. What do you guys think? Yeah, dolphins are very smart. They are, but they can also do some pretty messed up stuff.
Someone should.
Yeah, dolphins have teeth, definitely. I did see some belugas also, which one had like beluga stretch marks because they were pregnant. But they were really cool. They would sometimes like look at you, like they would be like, "There's a person there," because they're very smart animals. And it wasn't a baby anymore, but he was still pretty young. He was still gray because belugas are gray when they come out, like when they're first born. And this guy he was still gray, but he was decent. He wasn't as big as the other ones, but he was a big boy.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should.
Does Lobo have dolphins? I don't know. I don't read much on Lobo. If he does, all right. That's kind of cool. Oh, also Lobo appears in the Superman animated series thing, and he's great in that. I love Lobo in that. There's like a 2-part episode or like something with Lobo, from what I remember, or maybe it's not 2 parts, but I think it might have been. I don't know. Maybe. All I know is he was good, and I forget who voiced him. Actually, I think the guy does Jimmy John ads now. As silly as it sounds. I think he's the guy in the Jimmy John ads. Where it's like that one dude who's always investigating Jimmy John's. I think it's that guy. Not even kidding. I don't like those ads, but I think that is Lobo. Stupid as that sounds, which honestly is kind of funny, but
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put.
I haven't seen. I have not, and I don't plan on it because it looks like garbage.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
70s and 80s, I like it. 70s is more laid back. 80s, I don't listen to 80s that much. I listen to Oingo Boingo, but I'm not super into like Guns N' Roses and all that, which is like the really big stuff. I listen to Wall of Voodoo, which is also 80s, I believe, and late. They were also early 90s. Oingo Boingo and Wall of Voodoo.
Someone should put.
I'm not even joking. Is it like It looks bad. It looks so bad based off the trailers, and the designs look like garbage. Like, I really don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna see it in theaters because I really don't like Illumination as a company. Because all their movies they made, other than the first two Despicable Me's, because Despicable Me 2 is good. You know what? I like that one. Are either mediocre or bad. Except I hear the third Minions is good. People are saying that, but I haven't seen it.
Someone should put you.
Flash is no, what do you mean Flash is? I haven't seen the Flash design. Now I'm scared. I've only seen Batman and Superman's design. And Superman's design is almost good. It's almost good. Isn't it missing the red undies? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look. Let's see what he looks like in this movie. If he has the red undies, I will watch it. Oh, crud. I moved the camera. Frick. I was distracted by Superman. I might be able to fix it. Maybe not, but I don't feel like redoing the shot, so we're just going to live with it.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
Okay, we're going to look at Superman. No, he doesn't wear red underwear. He doesn't wear red underwear. I'm not seeing the movie. I'll see alternation. I can't believe this. He's not wearing the red underwear. How could they mess it up in an animated movie? Dude, I'm actually upset. I'm straight up actually angry that Superman's not wearing red underwear. I'm actually like fuming right now. Unironically angry. Unironically like gonna go cry that Superman isn't wearing red undies. That is my Superman. My Superman always wears red undies. That is all he ever wears. Uh-oh, crud. Uh-oh.
Someone should put you.
All right, well, it's not that many frames. All right, we can speed run it. We knocked over the camera. Gonna cry. Superman not wearing undies in the Super Pets movie is what caused this. I don't care. We're gonna do this. No, he isn't. He's not wearing. Look. I'll show you. I will show you right now. Where's it? The only picture I can find is of the toy. Nah, bro. He's not wearing the red undies. He is not. Wait a second. There's a picture of him in the red undies. But there's some pictures where he's not wearing the red undies. All right. We're gonna look. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna do some research. You know, we're not. Give me 1 second. Sign. All right, we'll look. Because there was a toy where he did not have the undies. All right, wait. He might actually have undies. If he has undies, I might actually have to watch the movie. Not a huge fan of the gold trim, but I am seeing undies. So far. Oh my God. The Justice League looks horrible. What do they look like that? Oh my why they do the classic Wonder Woman, but they took away the underpants with the stars on them. They just did normal blue underpants. I don't like that. And I knocked over the camera again, but oh well. I mean, it's not a big deal because I already had the restart. You know what? We're gonna take off the book. We don't need the book. Yeah, we don't need it. Oh my, why does Cyborg look like that? Oh my god. You guys can't see anything because I'm only sharing the window with the thing, but ew. Okay, but I believe Superman is wearing, there's just a toy where he does not have the undies. But from what I've seen, he is wearing underpants. I think you're right. By the looks of it, he's wearing underpants. It's kind of maroon, though, which isn't perfect, but they are there. The fact that they're included is good enough for me. Cyborg has like a stupidly huge afro. Everybody looks kind of bad. I mean, Superman has the undies. That's at least good enough. That's a sign of quality. All right, I'll just look at the thing again.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
Okay, we're gonna tape down his feet a bit just to make it easier. What? Well, it's not black. It's like Jason Momoa because he's the guy who plays Aquaman now. Because for a while, every time Aquaman appears in media, it's going to be the Jason Momoa version, just because that's what people are used to. Which I don't really mind that much. I don't care about Aquaman that much. I mean, like, whatever. Yeah, it's based off Jason Momoa. He's not meant to be black. Because yeah, it's definitely based off that, which I don't really mind, and I think that makes sense. I think it does make sense that most of the people in Atlantis. Oh, I guess no, Atlantis. It was his dad, who was played by Tamora Morrison, who was Hawaiian. So no, I guess it wasn't the people in Atlantis. I was about to say it would make more sense that like. But I don't know because they're underwater. Mm-hmm. But I don't really care because yeah, like you said, it doesn't really change the character. And considering that there was no way he was going to have his, well, they did give him the suit from the comics at the end, which it doesn't look that good on screen. The suit in the Aquaman movie he's wearing at the end, but in person it actually looks amazing. They like CGI'd all over it or something. Because I saw it at the Warner Bros. Studio tour thing they have, and it's really impressive. It's honestly like a work of art seeing it in person. It went from being like one of my least favorite DC costumes to one of my favorites just after seeing it in person. Just all the costumes are good. Even Superman's costume, he doesn't have the underwear on the outside of the pants. It's still a good costume. The people working on it did a good job. It's not their fault that somebody took off the undies. Took the undies off Superman's pants. Spoiling the movie? Who's spoiling it? I heard about that. It's like it's Ben Affleck, but I thought he was done. I don't really know. I didn't really. I'll be honest. Like Aquaman, the first Aquaman is kind of a stupid movie, but I love it at the same time. It's like it's fun. I don't know if all of it's intentional, which honestly kind of makes it way funnier. If it isn't, I think some of it is. Some of it is intentional, but some of it isn't, which makes it really a really interesting experience. Because there's cool stuff like when the shark eats the giant crab monster, but then there's like how every scene gets interrupted by an explosion halfway through, which honestly is if that was intentional, that is one of the best gags in like any superhero movie ever. Because that it's so funny. The fact it just feels like the writer doesn't know how to end a scene, so he's like, I'm gonna put an explosion in it. Lex is a spoiler. I mean, wasn't his like from the trailers? Wasn't his stupid hamster thing in it? Like I thought that hamster belonged to Lex Luthor. That's what I assumed, considering it's like it kidnapped Superman. And also, I saw you guys didn't see it, but I saw Lex in the like in the art. It showed a lot of the characters in the movie, and one of them was Lex Luthor. So I already saw that. Can you play it?
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
No. We've like animated the same shot a billion times, and I was finally making progress, and I knocked my camera over it because I was distracted by the concept of Superman having underwear on the outside of his pants or not. Yeah, Aquaman, I kind of love it, but I also kind of don't.
Someone ought to put you in a mental
It's
hospital.
Someone,
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
that's a bit too smooth. This movement should be bigger. Super undies. Yeah. That's very important to me. Can we like create a hashtag like to put the undies in the next live action Superman film? Hashtag undies for soups or something. I want to see Henry Cavill with the underwear outside his pants because I think he could. If like, I think he's a decent Superman. I don't think he actually does a bad job or anything. I more just don't like the direction that Zack Snyder took with the character. And I know in the Justice League movie, when Joss Whedon got a hold of it, he tried to make Superman like that. But it doesn't make sense when the characters acted completely different until now. It did not work in that way. And he just made Marvel quips. He didn't feel like Superman, at least to me.
someone.
Cool. This. I don't like how smooth that is.
Someone. Someone,
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
someone.
Tape.
Someone should.
Yeah, it's just tape.
Someone should. Someone should.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should.
Oh, wait. We can just smooth that out and it'll look a lot better. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Oh. No. I moved the camera again. Yeah, good enough. Could be better. Oh, all right. That's not too bad.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should.
You're back, you think? All right. All right. Bye-bye, Galaxy Quartz, if you're still there. This guy has really ratchety shoulder joints.
Someone should.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put.
Someone
Are
ought
we
to put you
watching?
in a mental hospital.
Someone should put.
I'm guessing, yeah, the audio is probably off for you guys, but oh well. I mean, the footage. Yeah, I was worried I would be late for BFD too. But I just had the date wrong. But you got 3 days. So I think you might be able to do it. Get it in there. I believe you, bro.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
One barely moves at all.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone
Bye-bye.
should put you. Someone should put you.
put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
Peace out, man.
Someone should put you. Someone should put you.
I don't know. That
Someone
sounded
should
weird.
put you.
He's dehydrated. It sounded really odd. Oh. When I said peace out, it sounded like a different person. Or is his head moving up? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
I keep not liking that frame there.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
We can make it a little smoother. Yeah, well, that's too similar. Um, Actually, guys, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna. All right, I'm back.
Someone should put you.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
Oh no, I moved the camera. Of course I did. This setup is a bit messy just because I'm animating the Suicide Squad video at the same time. So this is on a different desk, which I can literally move by lightly hitting it with my knees. I mean, oh well. Could be worse. Actually, we'll. Yeah, I distract myself a lot because like
Someone should put you.
I think I could have finished the Suicide Squad video by now if I didn't keep procrastinating.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you.
Well, I don't know if finished it by now, but gotten. Do I like
Should
that?
put you.
That's okay, man. If you're getting tired, everybody gets tired. Heck, I'm getting tired. Oh, and I'll probably have another thing to animate tomorrow. Actually, I'll have a few things. So I don't know. Do you guys want me to stream it or not? Because I don't want to use all my streaming hours in 1 week, but I don't think I'm not going to stream the you know BF table. Is there like Ooh. All right, the thing disconnected. So we're going to try it again. I'm just going to take a picture though.
Should put you in. Should put you. Should put you in.
All right, we'll try it. Hopefully this works. Cross our fingers. It worked. Let's go. All right. That's just great. That is fabulous. That's fabulous right now, guys. Share screen. Yep. All right. Actually, I'm not gonna exit. I'm just gonna go to another stream. I mean another tab. Yeah, now it's there. That way I don't have to exit. All right, so we'll play the video.
Someone should put you in.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in.
Well, also I didn't say this earlier, but thanks to alternation. I think I've been improving too, but it's glad to hear somebody else think so. Thanks, man. And your stuff is still pretty good, alternation. I get it. Sometimes we're just busy. That's just life. You know?
Someone should put you in a.
Yeah, we're getting close to 1,000. That's great. And then I can maybe do a face reveal. Probably.
Put you in a
Do it a little slower. We'll lower his chin a bit more.
put you in a
Actually, wait, before we do any movements, yeah, we're just gonna maybe we'll ease movement here.
put you in a
I don't like that. He's moving forward too early. At this point, his body's supposed to be mostly moving back. Yeah. Well, now the torso.
put you in a
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
someone should put you in a
It's a bit too much. What was that? Did you hear that? Oh. Threat and protection
should
summary, I
put you in
guess.
a
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
someone should put you in a
It's louder than usual. I don't usually have my volume this high on this computer because the volume's already low on this computer.
put you in a
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
someone should put you in a box. Someone should put you in a box.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
All right. Good night, man. Oh man, look at the time,
Put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
bro. This should not have taken this long.
Someone ought to put you in a mental
But
hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
getting used to animating action figures, that's important. Mainly because I kept messing up. And this desk. Cool now.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
We're gonna look at the animation again.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box.
Sorry, it's kind of dead air right now, but I'm focusing on animating. If anybody's still in chat, if you got any questions or anything, just anything you want to talk about, feel free to mention it.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box float.
That could be smoother. Center that. Yeah, I would make my own because the thing is, Fiverr doesn't cost anything to make it. I haven't gotten any clients, and I made it over a week ago at this point while I was on vacation, but I didn't announce it till today, right? Or mention it. And even then, I was gonna make a video going indefinite, but I'm gonna wait until after the competition, then I'll do it. I would, because it doesn't cost anything to set up. So,
Someone ought to put
yeah, it doesn't cost anything to set up. They only take 20% if you like have purchased, like if you have made money, they'll take 20% of your thing. So do take that into consideration when coming up with your pricing. That 20% will be taken out. It might have been 10 or 20, but just figure out what it is and take that into consideration.
Someone should put you in a box float.
But I would recommend it. I think there are animators who have much less skill than you who are making money on there. And it's also, the way I thought of it is it might be a good way for me to animate regularly, even when I don't really know what I want to animate. I don't expect it to be super regular or anything, but at least it's something. Yeah, it doesn't hurt you to make one. That's the main reason I did it. I don't think I'm gonna make like a bunch of money from it, but if I can make a little money on the side every once in a while practicing my, like, broadening my skills and stuff, and it'll probably help you work in a certain amount of time. Because I put 15 seconds, I'll do it in a week. 30 seconds, I'll do in 2 weeks. A minute, I'll do in like a month, basically. And it can get sped up. I might change the minute one just because of school. I didn't really think of that when making it.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating.
The one thing though is the animators that are much worse, like that aren't very good, that are on there, is their rates are very cheap because they probably push out their content very quickly. So they're probably going to get more clients. But I wouldn't sacrifice. Well, I did kind of because I will do mostly 12 FPS unless somebody pays a little bit extra for 15 FPS. You know? But that's just so I can do it quicker. And it's still going to be a decent, good standard. It's like animators working at, you're not going to work at 20 FPS for everything, you know? And some stuff might look better in 12 FPS. Yeah. I'd say go for it, man.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating.
Yeah, because 15 will take a bit longer, especially for something like a minute. Because I was able to do that one Batman video in like 2.5 days. To be fair, I did not have school during those 2.5 days, but I was able to do it. I did take a break in between, so it was more like 3.5, but
Someone ought to put you
I
in
didn't
a
count
mental
that.
hospital.
Someone
I was
should
just
put
talking
you in
like
a box floating.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating.
one thing is I'm also trying to get into other stuff other than animation, like voice acting, which you do for like stop motion and stuff. Do poo poo. But I auditioned for, I think it's a Halo Machinima. I auditioned for that on the voice acting thing I use to get actors, and I got the part. So I got to record for that, which is fun. I'm excited to do that because I read the script and I really enjoy it. The script's fun. No, crud, my battery's really low.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating.
Yeah. Well, I like animation, but I want to get into other aspects of filming. And also, this way you can meet other people through collaborating in projects that aren't just yours. I missed the meet and greet though, because I was waiting. There was a voice acting meet and greet where we did a table read, but I missed it because I was on vacation. But there will be another one for the other, because the meet and greet was for the first episode. So I'm excited to do that. But yeah, it's fun. I like voice acting a lot. I was
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down.
make soundtracks. That's
Box
cool.
floating down.
Animation, so that frame there.
It's floating down.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down.
That's pretty laggy. Maybe. I mean, not laggy, just very choppy. I do like that frame. It's just maybe it's a bit too choppy. Or since they're moving up, not down.
Box floating down. Box floating down. Box floating down. You in a box floating.
You gotta go soon? That's okay, man.
You in a
Kinda getting
box
late.
floating down. Box floating down.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the. Floating down the.
I want to do it a little more.
Floating down the.
Oh, crud. I moved the set. Oh, but I didn't move anything that important. I just moved the whole set. crud. 5%.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down. Floating down. Floating down. You in a box floating down.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river. Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma. Grandma.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma. River, Grandma. Grandma. The river, Grandma. Floating down the river, Grandma.
All right.
Someone
Oh,
ought
it's
to
a
put
close
you
up,
in
so we might do
mental
that.
hospital.
But
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river, Grandma. The river, Grandma. Grandma. The river, Grandma. On the river, the river.
Someone ought to put you in a mental hospital.
Someone should put you in a box floating down the river.
we're at 3%. All right, maybe we can finish it. Maybe we can finish it. Who freaking knows? Who knows? All right, we'll try to get the hue back. Yeah, all right, now we'll try it. Could be a bit darker. We'll make it darker. All right. I think I might let my iPad charge up for now. I'm gonna end stream and then I'll just finish this later because it's not much. It's pretty simple. But I need to let the iPad charge, so I'm gonna do that. But I'll see you guys later. Whoever's still there.